All right, YouTube, it is 1:11 in the morning, a.m. I just pulled up to the gym. This is September 30th. Tomorrow's the 1st. I know a lot of people got rent and things due. Hey, man, start your month off right. And how I'm about to start mine off, well, I'm going to go ahead and do things that I've been kind of neglecting. All right, so when it comes to lifting weights, exercising, bodybuilding, powerlifting, this and that and the third, if you don't know, you know now when I tell you this. And I know I don't get that many views, I don't got that many subs, but if I get through to 5 people, I'm happy, right? So when it comes to this lifting thing, when it comes to the gym, now if you try to be good at everything at once, you're most likely going to not be good at almost anything except the things that you're really inclined into doing. All right. So when it comes to bodybuilding, my arms grow faster than any other part of my body genetically, right? Naturally, genetically. If I start really hitting arms every day, my arms blow up. And a lot of people got great leg genetics. A lot of people got, you know what I'm saying? It's just whatever you were born with, right? That's when it comes to bodybuilding. But I'm more focused on powerlifting. I'm more focused on, see, my physique and all those before and after pictures and everything, all those are byproducts of what I'm focused on. You know what I'm saying? So, but you use it or lose it. You use it or lose it. So what I'm working on is trying to switch back to, not all the way back, because my bench, squat, and deadlift, if I'm focused on powerlifting, I have to focus on those things. So a lot of people would think that only thing you do is squat and bench and deadlift. You deadlift almost all the time. And this, I get it. At the end of the day, practice makes perfect. But once you do that, other things start falling behind. So pull-ups, I ain't really done pull-ups that much in a long time. So I'm going to start off warming up with pull-ups. I'm gonna focus on my bench. My bench press is the most important thing today. All right. So my powerlifting movements are always going to be the most important thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And whatever your priority, you got to prioritize the things that you want to be the best at, right? So whatever your priority is might be something different than mine, and that's okay. See, a lot of people don't understand that it's okay. You know, why are you doing that? Why don't you do this? Because my priorities and your priorities might be different. So I'm going to warm up my shoulders with a little arm movement here and there, da-da-da. And then I'm going to go ahead and bench. I'm going to warm up with a pull, warm up my shoulders, then I'm going to bench. Then I'm going to do like bent over rolls. I'm going to do some straight bar curls and some tricep push downs. So pretty much an upper body. What about shoulders? You ain't saying nothing about shoulders. I'm going to do shoulders tomorrow. So I'm going to do leg. I used to do leg, abs, and shoulders. Like, that's one of my ways I used to do, right? So legs, I want to hit a straight up leg day. I haven't had a straight up leg day in a long time. Now, a lot of people that's watching my channel, they probably like, well, you did those 100-day challenge of squats. Now, okay, squats is leg, right? But the way I look at it and the way everybody else look at it is different. And I always tell people, if you want to be good at something, you got to think outside the box. So, okay, I'm going to do bench press, right, today. I'm going to say the legs after this. Legs are tomorrow, but I'm going to give an example. Okay, a lot of people, when they train bench press, they think about training their chest. In the powerlifting world, you're not really thinking about training your chest. Even though my bench press isn't even a powerlifting style bench press. It's kind of a hybrid, you know what I'm saying? But it's not really a bodybuilding style bench press either, because that's not on my mind. Chest isn't on my mind when I'm training bench press. What do you mean, repping? If chest is on your mind when you're training bench press, you're going to emphasize your chest the most. And yes, that's going to help grow your chest more than if you emphasize like a powerlifting style bench press. But I'm going to get the best of both worlds, at least meet in the middle somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I said a hybrid, right? If you're focused on training your chest, you might be leaving some pounds on the table when it comes to how much you can actually bench press. Same thing with the squat. So a lot of times I do low bar squat. I haven't done high bar squat. I need to switch back. See what I'm saying? I need to switch back to high bar squat too and train both. And I also want to try sumo deadlift one day. I don't know. I tried it a long time ago and I left it alone. And I got my conventional deadlift on its way to 600 pounds, right? So, squat, a lot of people say, oh, that's legs. No, I'm training the squat. I'm training the lift. I'm not training my legs. Yes, my legs are getting trained, but that's not my focus. My focus is the lift. How can I perfect my lift to where when I'm ready to put as much pounds as I can put on there, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm more ready. So I'm working my way back to my 300s on bench press. You know, if I was to approach the bench press the way 99% of people go to the gym and approach the bench press, it'll probably take me way longer to get to that 3-something. I might end up bigger. I don't know. At the end of the day, I've been lifting for since 2012. Since the end of 13. I started my job at the end of 2012, and somewhere within the next December 2012. So months after that was, 2013. A couple months into 2013, that's when I started really lifting. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started watching videos about. These days I'm trying to bring back what I'm trying to do with my channel. Side note is I'm trying to bring back the old feel of YouTube fitness. And nowadays it's just Natty or Nots, everybody talking about each other. It's a soap opera. Not saying I haven't dabbled into that stuff too. I have. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying most of my channel is going to be teaching. All right. Teaching and showcasing what I'm doing. Most people don't even have lifting videos. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't have diet videos. They had them, but then they realized that this other stuff is getting them more views and more money, so they switched to the other stuff, which is understandable. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm just saying, I'm here to actually help. You know what I'm saying? So, deadlift. Okay, a lot of people know that deadlift is your back, and people say it's your legs. People say it's your back. It's a full body compound movement. It's everything. Your bench press, your squat, your deadlift. When you look at them as compound movements, when you're looking at them as extensions to your body instead of, trying to train a certain muscle group, that's what your isolation movements are for. All right. Now, if you don't care about powerlifting at all, then of course you can train it like that. It's nothing wrong with that's not wrong. It's not one or the other isn't right or wrong. It's prioritizing what you are trying to do. Prioritizing. Okay, you look at where you're at now, and you look at, okay, you're never gonna, if you are in this, you're never gonna finish. There's no finish line, right? But let's say there was. Where do you want, looking at where you're at now and looking at where you want to be, what's the way to get there? So instead of thinking of it as right or wrong, which way am I gonna go to get there? Okay, I used to do legs, abs, and shoulders, right? I don't even really train my abs much no more. But my abs, every time I cut down, my abs look way better than a lot of people who train their abs. Why? Because my abs are always getting trained indirectly. I save my energy mostly for compound movements. Squats are going to give you more abs than crunches. Sounds backwards, right? I know. As a beginner or somebody who haven't really dived into this stuff, a lot of things that people who have reached the goals that you're trying to reach, not tooting my own horn, I'm just trying to make an example. I'm using myself as an example. Somebody who has reached the goals that you're trying to reach are going to say things that you think might not make no sense. A lot of things that people was trying to teach me when I first started lifting didn't make sense to me. I wasn't listening. So what did I do? I wasted years. I was always talking about getting back in the gym. And then when I did get back in the gym, I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna just draw a sand in the line for myself. And I'm gonna cross this line and I ain't looking back. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's a good analogy to use because I don't even know what that actually means. But I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna set a goal. Keep God on my side. Stay natty. Figure it out. No matter how many times I fail, I'm going to keep going. What Rocky told him, that's what winning is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit, fall down, get back up, and keep going. That's how winning happens. That's what winning is, all right? Cowards don't do that. You ain't a coward, you know what I'm saying? So we just gotta keep going regardless. So there's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs. Also, did I say rows? I said I'm a bench press. I'm gonna do bent over rows with the bar. A lot of people, they see the bar on the ground and you doing rolls, they think you're trying to deadlift, and they try to think that I'm not trying to talk about people in this video because I do that too much, and it's necessary because I'm trying to teach people, if you want goals, if you want to reach your goal, you cannot do what most people go in the gym and do. I'm gonna get this out the way. Most people go in the gym, they socialize, they chatty patty. Y'all know what I be saying. I be saying this all the time. I'm gonna get it out the way so I won't have to get back on it. If you go in the gym like most people are not working out. But they all got answers. These be the people that, that ain't how you do it, and what I heard, and what this and that. This isn't a game show. This isn't Jeopardy. This ain't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You ain't just gonna say the right things and ding, 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 there's your prize. If you're satisfied with saying the stuff, sorry, this ain't for you. All right? Now I ain't saying this. Health and exercise and fitness is for everybody. Learning how to eat nutritious and learning how to lose weight if you need to do that. Learning how to gain weight if you're underweight. It is for everybody. That's for everybody. But just having that dog in you and just lifting, well, you don't even lift that much, because I know somebody who lifts way more than that. I'm natty, and I weigh 175 pounds. My goal, when I go in the gym and I weigh myself, I'm probably 180. So whatever I weigh on that scale, if I'm going heavy on the bench, I'm trying to get at least 100 pounds above whatever I weigh on the gym scale. And what I weigh on the gym scale and what I weigh in the morning is two different things. What do I mean by that? When you wake up in the morning, you haven't eaten nothing, you done peed, you ain't got barely no clothes on, nothing. You weighing just yourself. Now, when you go to the gym, even though I got lightweight clothes on, I got lightweight shoes, socks, drawers, some shorts, a t-shirt, and a do-rag on my head. And then I be holding my phone. All those little lightweight things, the phone is probably the heaviest thing of all those things I just named. I don't know, pair of shoes or a phone, I don't know. But all those little grams and ounces, whatever, those add up to a couple pounds, right? Like I said, 175, 180. What about, they don't add up to 5 pounds, sound like. It might not. Guess what? Hydration. I've been drinking water, pre-workout, energy, whatever you've been drinking throughout the day, the food that you ate throughout the day. You might even have a bowel movement in your bowels or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All those things, you add that up. You don't think that's at least 5 pounds? So I'm actually lifting more than 100 pounds above. That's my goal if I'm going heavy. Now, as I get closer and closer back to how strong I used to be on the bench press, I'm not complaining. We don't care about what you used to live. We care about what you live now. You have to track what you're doing to make progress. You know what I'm saying? Whatever isn't measured cannot be managed. Same thing with weight loss. I say the same thing when I was doing all those weight loss videos. The gym is the same. It's all simple math and it's numbers. All right? Counting your weights and checking out how much you weigh is kind of like similar to counting your calories. All right? And it's usually something that everybody kind of refuses to even do. They go in there, they go through the motions, they talk to their, oh, we're not talking about that. Stop talking about talking, man. Oh my gosh. But that is my number one piece of advice. You know, people be thinking I'm offending people when I say my number one piece of advice is to shut up and work. You know what I'm saying? Because your experience is going to be your best teacher. And this might take away from me. People going to be like, when I say this, people going to be like, what we need you for then, repping, if I'm my own best teacher? Because, man, to have that extra guidance, but I'm going to say it anyways, no matter what. You are a better teacher for yourself than I am. I just have experience. I can help you before you even get there. That's what I'm saying. It's like a cheat sheet. You ever seen one of them books in school or whatever, SATs, or I don't know. I dropped out in 8th grade like a dummy. But I know my stuff when it comes to this. I knew my stuff when it came to growing up in the streets. So it's different types of smart. There's things you ain't learning. You're not learning this type of stuff in school. This comes from hands-on experience, right? So watching my videos is like looking through the back of the book where all the answers are, instead of figuring it out, because it's going to take you years, where it could take you way less time by listening to somebody who's been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense now, though, right? Right. So I'm going to say that before I say this. You are still your best teacher. Until you can learn as much as you possibly can learn from somebody else, but until you get your hands on that bar or them kettlebells, dumbbells, cables, cardio machines, or whatever it is, the food, the diet, the whatever, until you do it, you're guessing. All right? You're not going to really learn it until you see some results for yourself. It's the same thing like driving a car. You growing up, remember before you learned how to drive a car? You watched other people because you knew you was going to have to be in that driver's seat one day. You find out which, you looking, so you find out which was the gas pedal, which one was the brake pedal, how to turn your steering wheel, looking at their hands when they turning on the blinkers or the wipers or the air conditioner or the radio. You got to learn all this stuff. You looking and you learning and you paying attention. But remember when you first got in that seat? See what I'm saying? All that stuff was helping you. But what helped you the most was getting in that seat, right? And I don't want nobody to prematurely get into no driver's seat. You know, learn the proper way. You got driver's ed these days. I grew up different. I got a video I'm going to make too. I ain't going to tell y'all the title because I need to write it down before I forget it. But I'm using it as an analogy. It's going to be fire. I need to really start writing bullet points for that video because y'all got to watch it, bro. But yeah, I'm going to go up in there, man. I've been talking to y'all for about X amount of minutes. My pre-workout is kicking in. My ears are tingling. I'm feeling it. The cars there was cars here. Half of them done left. Thank God. Yo, y'all, oh my, before I go in there, I'm gonna explain because nobody understands this. And this ain't for everybody. Going to the gym at this time is not for everybody because you don't know, I don't know what city you live in, but even in the nicest cities, things happen at this time. So, you know what I'm saying? And there's a thin line between self-defense and you being a criminal. So, you know what I'm saying? So before you get in them doors, anything can happen, right? So that's not the only thing I'm saying, but even when you get in them doors, you know, if you're bench pressing and you don't know what you're doing, even if you know what you're doing, there's possibilities you can get hurt. You don't have a spotter. But a lot of people don't understand like that being alone. It's not for everybody when I say this. I want to say that as much, I want to emphasize on that as much as I possibly can before I say it. For us that it is for, oh my gosh, there is nothing like being able to get a workout without somebody bothering you, staring into your eyes. Every time you do a crunch, if you're doing abs, every time you come up, somebody looking right in your eyes. You bench press, somebody right there next to your bar. They're touching your weights. They're walking across your deadlift platform. You be the man. Even when it's empty and it's one person, that one person is still come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, dog. When you're lifting, and the heavier you go, the more focus you need. The heavier the weight is, like I just said about a car, I'm going to use that analogy real quick. It's like this. If a person was to crash into a pole, a hard telephone, a solid pole, right? And he crashed into that pole at 1 mile an hour. Is it possible that he might get injured? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Most likely not. A little bit of dent on his car or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But, hello, Moto. What up, man? What up? But, that could happen, right? Now, if you take that same person and that person hit that same pole in that same car that he did at 1 mile an hour, take it and do it at 100 miles an hour, an unmovable pole. What's going to happen? That's the same thing with weight. Same thing with weight. If I'm deadlifting and I'm warming up with 135 and somebody distracting me, bothering me, and make me have worse form, nobody's form is perfect. You can look at anybody's deadlift, and I don't care if they the world-class powerlifter in the world. You can critique and say, if you know what lifting looks like, none of them, you know what I'm saying? People talk about you got an arch and your back is bending. Your back ain't perfectly straight. Have you ever looked at a powerlifting competition? My back looked just like the top back. Yo. So what I'm saying is, if I got 135 on the bar and I got 535 on the bar, which one you think can injure me the most? If I got just the bar on the bench press, that's 45 pounds. If I got 245, 345 on the bar and it falls on my chest, Which one you think gonna hurt the worst? That's why when somebody's lifting, you gotta leave them alone, man. I'm not here to talk. And then when somebody get mad at you, it's like you the one coming over there to them. Nobody didn't come here for you, dog. We didn't come together. We didn't call and say, let's meet up and hit the gym. A lot of times it be people you never even seen in your life. Yo, man, hey, man, dog, that's crazy, man. And they never realize if you come to the gym to socialize, why don't you socialize with the people who also are socializing? And my theory is a lot of these people, they want to talk, but they want to talk, but they don't want to listen. They want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk to somebody who doesn't want to talk because that person ain't gonna really talk back. You know what I'm saying? So, and then a lot of times I would think that, and I'm like, okay, if I talk to them a bunch, then they'll leave me alone. Nope, they in for it. And it's like this, man. People will mess with you while you're lifting. I had a dude try to shake my hand while I had the bar in my hand while I'm benching. You're not supposed to do that. I can't let go of this bar with this heavy weight on there and shake your hand while I'm lifting. You know what I'm saying? Got people who will horseplay while you deadlifting the heaviest weight you ever did in your life, and you supposed to hold the bar up so it won't fall down on their feet. I'm putting this bar down. I'm not putting extra strain on my back so I can save your feet when you came over here by me. I had a dude tap me on my back. I'm doing pull-ups. I seen him coming too. This is a long time ago. These are all different scenarios, different years. I seen him coming. I knew he was coming to talk. So I was like, maybe if I hurry up and get into my set, which I'm rushing my set, which is bad. Your time in between sets is very important, right? So if I hurry up and get into a set, he'll leave me alone. So I seen him coming. So I went up there and I just grabbed a pull-up. I jumped up and did some pull-ups. This dude came over there anyway, stood behind me. I'm just doing pull-ups. I'm doing crazy pull-ups. I'm like, man, I'm hitting the PR now because I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to stay in my set until he walk away. Nah, he tapped me on the back so I could jump down so he could talk to me about nothing. It's always about nothing. And then he be like, yo, why don't you tell him? I do. Hey, bro, let me just get my workout in. Da-da-da-da. It's cool seeing you and all, but yeah. Oh, they might let you get the next set, and that's it. Everybody think that talking in between sets is what you do. And they wonder why they get nowhere. Man, you got to be on grind mode. You got to be on Batman time, boy. So, yes, being in the gym by yourself to avoid that. But every once in a while, it's like you get so used to it. And this is the crazy part about me. There's a few times where I can remember being in the gym, nobody in the gym. And it was just so awkward because I'm so used to people being in there bothering me. I still didn't do nothing. But yeah, man.